Hello and welcome into Hardigan Field for this MIAA B Conference semifinal matchup today. It's cold and windy, but we're out here as Boys Latin takes on Loyola Blakefield. In their first matchup, Loyola went on the road against BL and won 31-0. They come into the game 7-2, 5-1 in the B Conference, as BL comes into this game 4-4 overall. They are 3-3 in the B Conference, and against common opponents, they are 3-2, and Loyola is 4-1.
It's a very important game for both teams, obviously being a playoff game. So even throughout the rain, the wind, and the cold, we got a lot of support as kickoff happens.
And we are underway from Hardigan Field as this kick goes through the end zone for a touchback, and we get going here today. The winner of this game will play either St. Mary's or Concordia Prep in the championship of the MIAA B Conference, as the Loyola offense will take the field.
Loyola's probably hoping that if they are able to win this game, they'll be able to play Concordia Prep after a dominating victory last week.
41-9 was the score there.
Very fun game to watch.
As Marcus Hines takes the reins as quarterback for the Loyola offense, Micah Robinson is the back. Snap taken, it's a play action, rolling right. Hines throws it short, it's caught, first down, A.J. Szymanski up to the 40-yard line.
It's a good way to start off the drive early in this game with a nice pass to A.J. Szymanski. Marcus Hines had a great game last week against Concordia, as did Micah Robinson and Jaden Moore. All three of those players were huge contributors in the 41-9 win, and they're hoping to replicate the performance that they had.
So Loyola out to a good start. Szymanski with a 15-yard completion. Handoff is to Robinson, who finds some room. Michael Robinson breaking tackles, and he's got a first down.
Those are two big plays for Loyola right there. Micah Robinson had a stiff arm, got him some room to make a couple of maneuvers and get I think, 11 or 10-yard gain.
He had 62 yards rushing in their first matchup, looking to continue it here in this semifinal matchup.
Not a whole lot of resistance from the Boys Latin defense. They're going to need to toughen up if they want to make a stop here in this drive.
And we're going to get a whistle here. And looks like offside on BL.
Well, that'll slow the game down, but it'll cost the 5 yards. Loyola's on a move right now, and that penalty definitely does not help to stop that.
So it'll be 1st and 5 now for the Dons. Keeping it under center with Hines. It goes to Robinson. He gets some room. Michael Robinson still going, still plunging forward, and he's out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
It was a really good run from Michael Robinson yet again. He had a great game last game, As I said before, he had 62 yards, 10 carries with an average of around 6 yards. So he's already doing better average yards per carry right now.
In a minute 20 into the game, the Dons are into the red zone.
Rain has started to come down a lot harder. We'll see if that affects how this offense has been moving.
Hines now drops into the shotgun. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Drops back to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to be tackled at about the 10-yard line. Will that move the chains? Yes, it will.
Good decision there from Hines to tuck it in and run. Picked up enough for a first down, keeping this drive alive, and didn't take any risky decisions.
So every play, first down so far for this offense, and they have it first and goal.
That's a good stat if you're a Don.
Brooklyn Jones, the back now for the Dons. He gets the carry, and he's hit behind the line, trying to break free from it, but he won't. Tackle made by Braden Garland for Boys Latin.
Braden Garland off the edge right there, just put a stop to that run by Jones instantly. Really not a whole lot that Jones could have done there with that presence in the backfield. As the first real stop that the Boys Latin defense has made this drive.
So now 5 wide for the Dons offense. They motion Robinson. Hines has time, moves to his right, looking to run. He will keep it, and he's hit at about the 7 and lunges forward to the 5, and it'll be third down.
Hines was under some pressure there from number 42, Chance Brown, for Boys Latin, but he simply just got around him, picked up a solid gain of yards, and extended this drive. The Loyola offense had a couple of conversations with some of their guys. They were talking about wanting to extend drives and keep a consistent flow of yard gains. So they're trying to have a good amount of passing and rushing yards, and so far they're doing just that.
So the ball is at the 4 on the right hash. Hines is under center. He takes it. He gives it to Robinson. Robinson bounces out left, and he's hit at the goal line, but he still gets in. Good fight, and the Dons strike first.
Micah Robinson has been showing that kind of extra effort all game and all year. He's just simply refuses to go down, and that is no exception. Had a couple of men trying to bring him down and just couldn't do it.
So perfect start for Loyola. They're up 6-0, and now Connor Beck's on to make it 7.
Holder ditched his gloves there.
Good hold, and the kick makes it 7-zip Loyola. So a perfect start to the MIAA B Conference Semifinal. We'll be back on the Loyola Sports Network. So Beck's on to kick it away after the Dons strike first. Micah Robinson plunging it in from 4 yards out.
It's a strong starting drive from the Dons there.
This one a low kick, and this one going to go the whole way to the goal line. Still having trouble to pick it up. Now finally taken and down at the 5-yard line.
That was a really smart play from Bex, the kicker there. Strong kick just right at the kick returner. Had a lot of influence on how he handled that ball. and allowed them to get him down right at the 5-yard line. Rough way to start off this boys Latin offensive drive.
Just misjudged, and now not the start the Lakers wanted, in big trouble.
Many Loyola defensive players were saying that they were emphasizing wrapping up on defense and preventing any missed tackles, and that was certainly not a missed tackle. He brought him down right as he hit him.
Caden Lyman, the quarterback for the Lakers. He's going to throw it on the screen to start it out, finding some room to run, and down with a gain of about 4 yards. That is Tyler Owens.
That was a solid.
Excuse me.
That was a solid game right there from the boys Latin Lakers to start off their first drive. 4 yards, gets a nice first play, gets some momentum, but they definitely avoided a mistake there with the snap being a little bit muffed.
2nd and 6. They're going to hand it off now, and this one goes up to the 15. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that gets Loyola the Lakers in great position to extend this drive with this 3rd down play. Let's see if they can capitalize off that solid run.
Damon Malloy was the back there. He's the back again here on 3rd and short. It's taken under center. They go with the sneak, and they didn't get it.
Did he fumble the ball? No. That was a nice attempt to throw Loyola off guard.
And now BL not taking any risks. They're going to punt it deep into their own territory.
Smart decision. A 4th down miscue here would be disastrous, so it's probably a smarter decision to punt it off like they're doing right now. Loyola held strong on that first drive, though.
And they get this one away. And a good bounce taken by Moore at the 44-yard line. Jaden Moore looking for some room. Watch out with his athleticism. He's just going to go down at the 36-yard line, but the Dons will start in BL territory.
That's the first time I've seen Jaden Moore take a punt return, and it was not a disappointment. He threw a couple of people off of his track there and got a solid return, about 10, 15 yards.
So ball at the 35 for the Loyola offense to start out.
See if Loyola's or the Lakers defense can correct some of the miscues that they had, and Loyola's offense really has nothing to correct there. They picked up a 1st down on almost every single play. Did exactly what their coach wants.
So Marcus Hines keeps that quarterback. He's under center. His back is Robinson. They go play action. Stands in the pocket. He's in trouble. And the ball came out. He tried to throw it. Ball fumbled and taken at the 42-yard line by BL.
Poor decision by Marcus Hines. He was being wrapped up, and instead of taking the sack, cost his team an entire set of downs by trying to force that ball out, and accidentally got it forced out by a Lakers defensive player. That is a huge momentum change and a big morale boost for the Lakers there.
Just try to do too much, and the Lakers take over.
That's a good way to describe it. He certainly tried to do too much.
And that's the one thing that Boys Latin can take advantage of in the game is the turnovers.
Remember, the ball might be wet, so that might affect how some of the players have a grip on it. So
yep.
A lot of fumbles this game.
As that rain is coming down hard, and that's going to be taken for a loss. Malloy loses 1.
Defensively, both teams have held strong except for that Lakers first drive. We'll see if Loyola can continue what they've been doing despite the poor conditions.
And what helped the Dons in the first matchup, helped them to win 31-0, as BL had an interception, 3 fumbles, and a blocked field goal. So that was their saving grace. Now BL looking to do that to the Dons here.
See if they're successful.
Lyman dropping back. He's in trouble, and he is sacked.
There were just a sea of blue taking him down there. I mean, there was an edge rusher, I think, number 55 there got in. Loyola just had so much pressure on that play.
The whole defensive line getting in there for the sack, and it's 3rd and very long.
Fun time for the big boys. 3rd and long here. This is a pretty big play. If they can get this, they might be able to keep the good feelings on the sidelines for their defense, but if not, they're going to have wasted a perfect opportunity given to them by the Lakers defense.
4:55 left in the first quarter. And Lyman got him to jump off sides. Nice hard count there. That'll move him up 5, make it a little shorter.
Yep, that was offsides on the defense. Very good job by the Lakers quarterback to throw him off their rhythm, make this 3rd and long a little bit more manageable.
Ball at the 38. Lyman drops back to throw. Now he's going to run it, makes a move. Watch out. He's hit and taken down by Kligas at the 47-yard line, and it's 4th down. Had some daylight, but the Dons stop him up, and it's 4th and about 6.
It was a good decision to tuck it there, even though he didn't get to the 1st down. He had a shot at it, but he took a big hit at the end of that play. Made a couple of men miss, though, so.
So it's 4th and 5, excuse me, and BL comes on to punt for the 2nd time. It's Nicky Brown, senior.
2 returners back for Loyola.
That's Moore and Elliott. It's a high snap. A flag comes out. Brown gets it away. Not a great punt, wobbling and bouncing and rolling inside the 10 and down at about the 8-yard line. And that's where the offense will start for the Dons, but we'll have to check this flag.
That could change some things. It was a decent punt, not necessarily off the punt itself, but where it landed.
And it looks like it's on BL.
So Loyola might take the opportunity to get a better return here. And seems like they will.
So they're going to have to re-punt it. It's an illegal formation, so Don's looking to take advantage of one as they were downed inside their own 8-yard line. Elliott and Moore still back there, wind howling. Not an easy day for a punter.
No. Oh, or a snapper.
Almost blocked, but he does get one away end over end, and this one is going to bounce and move forward a little bit down at about the 23, 24-yard line, so it'll be better field position for the Dons rather than that last play where it was marked at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, I took a Loyola bounce there, helps them out. Now the offense coming out right after that earlier fumble. Let's see if Marcus Hines can change how that last drive went. Hines is still the quarterback, though, so.
Yeah, as they do switch between Moore and Hines, but Hines has gotten all the snaps today. He's going to give it to Micah Robinson, who finds some room, and he's going to get about 8 to make it 2nd down.
A solid game by Micah Robinson, establishing the running presence early in this game. It's only 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
They did a good job again, as I said, 10 for 62 in their first matchup. And the holes had just been open for him, and he's just ran through them as he's going to get the carry again. He's going to have a 1st down up to the 36-yard line.
Another solid running gain. Not taking any passing plays right now, maybe influenced by the weather and that past fumble.
2:33 left in the first quarter. The Dons scored on their first drive, moved pretty easily. Then the first play on their second, Marcus Hines fumbled, but their defense stood strong. Under center, Hines gives it to Robinson again. He's got more room this time, running behind blockers, bounces out to the left, still on his feet, out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
Good effort by Robinson there. Used his speed to get to the outside and then bounced around a couple of blockers, got to the edge, and was pushed out of bounds right there. That was a very nice run for a solid pickup, completely changing the field position and putting them into BL territory.
And that run game for the Dons has been carrying them so far, leading the offense, and BL has had no answer.
Absolutely. Robinson's been having a phenomenal game. See if they switch anything up here.
And we're going to get a whistle here, and we're going to get a timeout by Loyola. Our first of the game. We'll take a break on the Loyola Sports Network. So the Dons have it 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Elliott gets it on the end around, and he's in trouble, but he's going to avoid some tackles, and he's going to lose some yardage at the 36-yard line, but it could have been a lot worse.
Absolutely. Elliott had to fight to get a minimal amount of lost yardage there, but he was able to do it. Don's offense this year has been a big fan of putting their wide receivers into motion, throwing off some of the defense. Today, their motion plays have not been quite as successful, but don't be surprised if you see some more of that later in the game.
Handoff up the middle, and they get inside the 30-yard line.
It was great run blocking from Loyola, opened up a huge hole in the middle, but the linebackers of BL saw that and shut it down almost immediately.
That's Kendrick Worthington, called up from the JV team to get some carries today. The freshman making a dent there. It's 3rd down now. Hines keeping it under center throughout this game. It's a handoff. Robinson out to his left, and it's close to the 1st down, but he is short at the 25-yard line. The 1st down is at the 23, 24, and I'd assume they go for it with the way they've been running the ball.
I would too, especially since even though Bex is a consistent kicker all throughout this year, this is a difficult game to kick or punt in. So I would imagine that they try and run it up the middle and gain a 1 yard, 2 yard gain.
So it's 4th and 1. Lakers might want to load some up front because they're going to do that. Sneak it with Hines, and he just keeps powering forward inside the 20-yard line, 1st down.
That was a great run by Hines there.
So the 1st quarter ends here. 7-zip the score. They'll switch sides. Don's looking to cash it in again. So the Dons have it 1st and 10 as they convert on 4th down. They're at the 19-yard line into the red zone. Robinson running left. Breaks a tackle and out of bounds with a gain of about 4 or 5.
Micah Robinson throughout this game has been breaking tackles. Lakers need to figure out a way to stop him because Loyola has no qualms about allowing him to continue running the ball. He's got solid pickups in every single time he touches the ball and has normally not been able to be brought down on first contact by the Lakers defense. See if they can capitalize off of this good field positioning right now.
Hines in the pistol. Robinson getting the workload, and he's down at about the 10, a yard short of the 1st down.
Yeah, I like the game plan that they're running right now with Micah Robinson. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and the running game certainly ain't broke.
So maybe looking to keep the run game going.
Sidelines are getting into it.
Oh, the snap is fumbled. Now Hines trying to make a play, and he can't. Down at the 15, the one thing they didn't want to happen happened, and it's 4th down, and here comes the kicking unit.
This weather is having a huge factor on how the snaps are being handled today. Already we've seen a couple of missed opportunities.
Yep, that 2nd fumble for Hines, 1 lost. 1 is going to force them to settle for 3 as it's Connor Becks from 32 yards.
Let's see, Connor Becks has been automatic all year.
With the student section to his side.
And, yep.
Makes it.
Right into Charles Street.
10-zip the score. Loyola, a good start. We'll take a break on the Loyola Sports Network. So 10-0 the score, 10:29 left in the 2nd quarter. Becks on to kick it from the 40.
Let's see if this one goes as well as his last kick.
Taken inside the 5-yard line. Kraus runs out to the left and up past the 20-yard line. The ball came out. They're going to rule him down.
That would have been a huge turning point, but he is ruled down, as you said. And now BO will have a decent field positioning based off that return.
So the Lakers have not gotten a 1st down yet in the game, and at the 22-yard line, their own 22-yard line, they have a lot to go even to score.
And this is going to be a deciding drive for them. If they can get this this drive going, they might be able to put some points on the board, which is something that they really need to do to not let this game slip away. Remember, this is the playoffs.
Lyman takes it in the shotgun, gives it, and none gotten by the Lakers. The carry from Braden Hammett.
We've been seeing consistently strong pressure from the Loyola defensive line all game. So defensive coordinator is going to be a happy man in the film room based off this 1st quarter and the beginning of the 2nd.
Second and 10 from the 22-yard line of the Lakers. It's a handoff again, and now bouncing out to his right. Flag comes in, and he gets about 6 or 7, but it looks like it's coming back with a hold from the Lakers.
That is a drive killer right there. Their first solid pickup of yards and taken back. Loyola's defense has been doing really well at getting to the ball and bringing everyone down on the boys' Latin side.
The 5'6" junior, Seth Taylor, got the carry there, but it's coming back now, and it'll be 2nd and long, something the Lakers don't like to see.
Now pinned back in their own territory. A turnover here would be disastrous for the Lakers.
Lyman keeping it in the shotgun. Gives to Malloy, and he's hit and taken down.
That is a...
Had nothing going there. Liam Powell with the tackle, and it's 3rd down.
Solid hit by Liam Powell down low and kept him from getting into the second layer of defense there. Stopped him in his tracks, and he's going to limp off the field.
8:57 left in the second. The Lakers back deep into their own territory, have a 3rd down and long. Lyman looking to run now, runs to his right, making a move, and the ball was swatted out. It's loose on the ground, and it's going to be kept by B. I don't know if that went out of bounds or was recovered.
A lot of umbrellas out here today. But yeah, that was a huge play by the Dons. As I said, a turnover would have been disastrous for the the boys Latin Lakers. But unable to capitalize on the ball on the ground, but they were able to stop him in their tracks.
Well, he was risking it, having it in one hand, and they took advantage of it. They'll keep it, but still now you got to watch out for this punt return here, just getting it away.
A good return would already put them in field goal range. Looked like Marlon Humphrey punching that ball out, though.
So that fumble did go out of bounds as the clock stopped at 8:36. Nicky Brown, the punter for the Lakers.
Sideline was a 12th man there for the Lakers. Any sort of fumble recovery in this kind of area would already be putting points on the board for this Loyola offense, as they've been playing fantastic all game on both sides of the ball, really. Despite a couple of miscues with the fumbles, they are still up by 2 scores.
So now we're good to punt it away. Brown stands at the 3.
High snap there.
Gets it away, wobbling and bouncing past the 40-yard line and rolls the whole way up to the 46 of the Lakers, and that's where they will start it out.
That was a good punt there from Nicky Brown despite the high snap. And he was able to get it rolled in favor of boys Latin there and allowed them to prevent Loyola from having perfect field position, although they are already in getting a solid start from this drive.
So ball at the Lakers 45, Marcus Hines in the shotgun. Moore bobbling it, staying on his feet. It speeds forward just back to the line of scrimmage.
Scary play for the Dons there. But Jaden Moore is able to use his speed to get back to this line of scrimmage there, but that would have been disastrous as well. This weather is definitely affecting the Dons and the Lakers' play today.
Yeah, he was bobbling that while running.
It's crazy.
Goody kept it in though, ball in the right hash, 2nd down and 10.
That was one of Moore's first touches this game. He has not been as active as he was last week against Concordia. Let's see if that changes.
1 to the left, 1 to the right. It's a handoff. Watch out, Michael Robinson up the middle of the field. He is gone. Touchdown, Dons.
Micah Robinson has been due for a big play. He's been getting them all season, and that one right there is no different. Run blocking from the offensive line was beautiful, opening up a couple of huge holes in the defensive side, and Micah Robinson took advantage, and once he gets into that secondary, he's dangerous. Putting a quick move on the safety there and blew by him.
And he has ran all over the Lakers, his second touchdown of the game, and Beck's looking to make it 3 possessions.
I would not be surprised if this is a career game right now for Micah Robinson.
And Beck's gets this one through. It's a 3-possession game here, 7:59 left in the first half. Don's controlling in the MIAA B Conference semifinal. We'll take a break. So back now with the kickoff. Connor Becks gets this one away. Kraus on the return, up the middle of the field and down at the 26, 27-yard line.
Loyola's return game has been good on the offensive and defensive side. Doing really well containing the returns, and also Jane Moore had a couple of big breaks. Now this drive is a necessary time to put some points on, because with Loyola's solid running game, they've been chewing clock every drive. So if they don't get points here, this game might just slip away from the Lakers.
Yeah, and this rain is pouring down now on Hargaden Field. Cold and windy. Definitely not helping either side as this one goes across the middle and they get a completion up to the 49-yard line.
That was a good catch in these conditions especially, and he held on to the ball despite the fact that the defense was trying to take it away.
The 5'9" senior Braden Hammett with the catch there.
Right now only the most Loyola fans are going to stay out.
The first down of the game for the Lakers, and looking to get something moving here. Caden Lyman gives it, running left, getting room, getting 5. Seth Taylor.
Big hit there by that Loyola defender. Knocked him right off his feet. This has been Boys Latin's most successful offensive drive. If they can continue this, they might actually put a threat on these defenders here for Loyola.
Lyman gives to Taylor again, and a flag reigns in as Taylor gets 2.
Let's see what the refs signal here.
Looks like a chop block on the Lakers. It'll move them back 15, I believe.
These penalties have been destroying the Lakers offense today. They can't hold a consistent drive without having a penalty so far, so they need to change that. That'll probably be an emphasis in the halftime.
So that'll be killer. It'll make it 2nd and 20 now.
Oh no.
I believe. Actually even more, 22.
They're gonna have to have a couple of great plays here to keep themselves in this first half.
They go with the screen, a flag comes out.
Must be a free play here.
And tackle made at the 40, taking
Let's see what the refs
Getting
call
the
here.
tackle there was Aiden Parson. It's an illegal formation. It'll be declined by the Dons, and it will be third down.
That was a smart move by Coach Zayu to prevent giving them another down to possibly get back some of this position that they have lost, some of the yards that they've lost from penalties. With how the Loyola defense has been playing, it's
third and very long, nobody to the right, all three to the left, 4 linemen. 6 minutes left in the second quarter, and we're gonna get a timeout here from Boys Latin here on third and long. We'll take a break. The Lakers are at their own 39. Lyman has nobody back there with him. Motions Taylor to his side now. 5 rushed by the Dons. Lyman keeps it running, just goes to the sideline, and it's 4th down.
that was a drive killer right there with that penalty. They were actually on a move there, but that was, despite the large amount of yards gained on that last play, that simply did not really make that big of a difference.
Brown on to send it away for the Lakers. Elliott and Moore back there to receive it. Bounces backwards, a Loyola bounce, and it goes the whole way to the 40-yard line. That'll be good starting field position for the Dons.
That punt took a very good bounce for Loyola, giving them about 5 extra yards. But it was stopped in its tracks by the Lakers.
.538 left in the second quarter, 17-0. The Dons lead it and looking to continue to pile it on here. They won 31-0 in the first game they played.
They still have 5 minutes and 38 seconds left, so they definitely have enough time for another score or two if they're able to keep it consistent.
The second quarter has been the best quarter all year for the Dons, averaging 9.9 points as the carry goes for a yard from Micah Robinson. And they have not stopped up Robinson a lot today. He's got 2 touchdowns, and he's been the workhorse in carrying this offense.
Absolutely. He's been doing well all season, and this game is no exception. He's consistent carrying, getting good pickups, and putting their offense in great positions to get a first down every single drive.
2 back there for Hines. He's going to give it to Robinson again, and he finds a hole and gets up close to the first down. And he's going to just have it for the first down at midfield.
Very good juke there by Micah Robinson. Got him that extra room in order to push forward, use his speed to get that first down. And the Lakers have got to find an answer for him before this game continues to spiral out of hand for them.
The rain has calmed down a bit here on Hargenden Field. A little bit lighter outside. Worthington gets the carry. Worthington finding room, and he's tackled down at the 21-yard line. A gain of 29, and they have just ran all over him.
Absolutely. If you, not only with Micah Robinson, but Kendrick Worthington has been brought up. He's been doing great this game. It's a big run there. And puts Dons in nice field position, probably in field goal range. The rain has died down a little bit.
One to the right, one to the left for Hines, but he's going to give it to Brooklyn Jones, who breaks a tackle behind the line of scrimmage and moves forward for about 5. 3:52 left in this first half.
Extra effort from Jones there was not going to be brought down, or at least refused to. Got him a solid pickup and put them in a good position for second down. Now let's see if this is going to be a touchdown drive. They were in this position earlier this game, but were unable to capitalize due to a fumbled snap.
So it's going to be second down to 3, excuse me, a gain of about 7 there from Jones as he continues in the backfield. Gets it, hit behind the line. That's a beautiful tackle there from Owen Holder, and it's third down.
Yeah, Jones did not have as much room to run as he had earlier on that last play. They're going to put Micah Robinson back in. Try and help him capitalize from this good field positioning. See what the Dons can do here on third down. Probably a run play. Only need a short amount of yards.
Snap taken, and Hines gives to Robinson, and he gets nothing. Tyron Manning, the nose guard, getting in there for the tackle, and it's fourth down, and Bex is going to come on to kick another field goal. So BL holds him again in the red zone.
It was a solid drive from the Dons there, but it's definitely going to be a little bit disappointing to not be able to come away with 7 points. They ran that same play, putting number 7 on the offense in motion, allowing, I believe, Micah Robinson to run right out the middle. They've done that about 3 times this drive, and that time was not as successful.
It's 30 yards for Bex, and it's good again.
Nice.
He didn't miss against them in the first matchup, and he hasn't missed today. 20-0 with 1:49 left in the first half. We'll take a break on the Loyola Sports Network. So Nathaniel Kraus back to receive Bex's kick. 20 to zip the score. BL maybe looking to get points before the half. They will get the second half kickoff. And Bex gets this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Solid kick there from Connor Beck. Now this is just another drive that the defense is going to have to do what they've been doing all game. They've been wrapping up on tackles, exactly what their coach has been asking for, and they've just not allowed really any extra yardage throughout this game. I can't think of any big plays that have broken off from the Lakers this game. Good job preventing that from the Dons defense.
2 to the left, 2 to the right for Lyman. He takes it, he throws it on the screen, and getting forward for more than 10 now, breaking tackles. That was Braden Hammett, and he's been really the only guy receiving passes in the game so far, and BL is going to call timeout. We'll be back. So BL has it 1st and 10 from the 32. Hammett just got a 12-yard completion for a first down to start out the drive. Now Lyman in trouble. He does get one away, and it's caught. And up to the 48-yard line, Nathaniel Kraus. And the passing game starting to become a factor here as the BL offense moves quickly with 1:33 left in the second quarter.
Looking to put some points on the board and keep themselves in this game.
To the right, now motion 2 to the left. This one thrown on the slant, and it's caught. And we're going to get a flag in the backfield here.
They're going to be roughing the passer.
That's what it looks like. And it is going to be roughing the passer.
Lakers offense has finally woken up during this game.
On the Don, so that's going to be 15 added to the end of that completion.
This passing game is finally going, but with 1:18 on the clock, they're going to have to watch the time.
So now sorting something out here. I believe considering if it's added or just 15 from the line of scrimmage. Yeah, so it is 15. So they had about 10 on the completion and an extra 15 puts the BL offense at the 26-yard line, and that's in 3 plays. And finally, they get moving.
I believe this is their first trip deep inside of Loyola's territory.
Lyman has 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Play action, rolls right, pumps, he's hit, he's taken down. Anto Saka.
Huge hit there from Saka. Took him right off his feet.
And the Northwestern commit makes a big play, a big-time sack. And now they're at the 37-yard line, and BL calls timeout. What a big-time play.
I believe that's timeout number 3 for BL. So with 58 seconds left on the clock, that might prevent them from stopping it. So we'll see. Time management is now a factor.
Yeah, now just looking to get a field goal attempt, but the field goal attempt here would be too long, so they're in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, with second down right now, second down and long, they're going to have to hope for another nice passing game, or most likely not a running play, but they would have to get a nice chunk of yards to put themselves back into field goal range.
Lyman looking to have a clean pocket here. It's not that easy to roll out and throw, and he learned the hard way there. In the shotgun, across the middle, overthrown and easily picked by Marcus Hines at the 20-yard line.
Now that was you could even credit that interception to the defensive line, because they put a lot of pressure right in his face. And that ended the drive right there. Now with 52 seconds and 2 timeouts, I believe. And that is going to give Loyola an opportunity to strike back, put this game farther out of reach for the Lakers.
So maybe trying to do too much, as it was second and long, working against the clock. The Dons offense takes the field. Do they try and get points at the end of the half?
I mean, the other option would just be to run the clock out, but with how Micah Robinson has been playing, running the clock out might actually break them down the field.
Well, they got 4 guys to throw to, so looking to make a play. Jaden Moore getting his first snap. Takes it, fakes it, gonna keep it, and watch out! Jaden Moore up the middle of the field! 30, 20, 10. He can cruise in, and they have blown it open now.
Wow, that might be the nail in the coffin, and we're only at the end of the first half. Jaden Moore with a huge run right there. Faked it to Micah Robinson, got the whole defense looking that way, and then just slipped out to the left side, and got a nice touchdown run there. Put that one on the highlight reel for Jaden Moore.
The first snap he takes and makes a huge play, an 80-yard run right up the middle of the field. It's 26-0. and now maybe 27 with Connor Becks. It's good, and, well, I said it. The second quarter has been the best quarter for the Dons so far this year. They didn't score any points in the second quarter in their first matchup, and they've blown it open in the second quarter in this game. With 38 seconds left in the first half, they lead 27-0 in the MIAA Conference semifinal.
Right now, I mean, it's very difficult to account for Jaden Moore when you're in the film room or when you're looking to figure out a way to stop the Loyola offense, because with Micah Robinson and Marcus Hines, two big threats on the offense, and then you throw Jaden Moore, the sophomore, in there, it's really difficult to try and prepare for all three threats. So they took advantage of that, faked to Robinson, and had Moore up the middle. Great run blocking, as they've been doing all game from the offensive line for Loyola, and got into the secondary and made him pay.
Yeah, they had four guys to throw to, maybe had them thinking they were passing it, and Moore just found the hole, in his speed just faster than anybody else on the field. As Kraus takes this kick, has some space to run, and gets up to the 30-yard line, as it is a 4-possession game here on Hargaden Field, and only the first half.
They are looking to beat their previous score on the Loyola side from the last time they played the Lakers. Not a lot you can really complain about on the defensive side of the ball for Loyola. They held a bend, don't break mentality that let them get into their own territory, but with that interception really ended any hope of putting points on the board for that last drive. Let's see if they can have a different outcome on the Lakers side.
So at the 30, Lyman looking to lead his offense to some kind of points, only 30 seconds left. BL doesn't have any timeouts. They just go short on the screen, and they're going to get about 18 yards there. It's going to stop the clock. They're going to move quickly. Tyler Owens getting the catch there. 23 seconds left. No spike, just, oh, maybe there is a spike.
Gotcha.
Didn't line up under center.
And that'll be second down. 19 seconds left in this first half. They kind of need to put some points on the board.
So they're going to give him 19 on that completion. 19 seconds left in the second quarter.
Loyola's going on a secondary heavy with less people lined up on the line of scrimmage.
3 to the left, 1 to the right for Lyman. His back is Seth Taylor. Moves to his left, throws it, and over the head of Braden Hammett, the senior. And 14 seconds left now, third down.
Incompletion will stop the clock, so not useless, but certainly not very helpful for the Lakers. It's going to be third down. So a miscue here would probably lead them to punt it. Maybe try a big throw down the field, but most likely not.
5 wide now for Lyman to throw to. 14 seconds left. Again, no timeouts. Taylor now moves to his left side, and they're going to give it to him. He gets about 7. It's fourth down, and that'll take us to the second half. Well, it's looking pretty good to go to the MIAA Conference Championship for the Dons. They dominate in the first half. 27-zip the score, and we will be back for the second half of action. So we're back now for the start of the second half of action. Loyola leading 27-0 in the MIAA B Conference semifinal. The winner plays Concordia Prep or St. Mary's. Loyola lost to St. Mary's 14-12 in the first game of the year, and in the last game of the year, they beat Concordia Prep 41-9. And they are controlling the game here. Micah Robinson has scored 2 touchdowns rushing, and Jaden Moore had an 80-yard rushing touchdown. He really hasn't done much in the game besides that huge play right there, which happened at the end of the half, which has really blown it open here
Says
to
a
start
lot
it
about
out.
says a lot about Jaden Moore when we have to say that he hasn't done a lot this game, and he's still been making huge plays. But if you go back and watch any of the other games, he is a phenomenal player. So would not be surprised if we saw a little bit more of him before they started putting the backups in. And the golf cart on the field.
Jaden Moore had a rushing touchdown in their first matchup and a receiving touchdown.
Jaden Moore has not really gotten a chance to throw the ball, but if you watched the game last week against Concordia, he had a couple of wild plays.
Yeah, and it's just been a huge asset to the team.
Marcus Hines as well has been stepping up as quarterback. Micah Robinson doing really well as a running back. Their offense in general has been doing phenomenal.
Yeah, but Marcus Hines has really just been putting bread in the basket today as they've been carried by that run game here, as some room here, and the ball came out, and that's easily Loyola football, but they're going to say he was down. That was fumbling. Braden Hammett fumbled it.
Yeah,
but they're going to say he was down on the ground. I don't know.
I would.
That was a little bit close, but there's no review here. Andrew Duvall got the recover.
I would argue that was out before he hit the ground. But
I don't know about that one, but
no way to review it. But from our viewpoint up here, it looked like a fumble. But I guess we have to trust the refs here. And that would have really ended the game for the Lakers. But Brooks, if you're the Lakers coach, what play are you calling here?
Well, I mean, the passing game has moved the ball the most, throughout this game, and they see it right there. It's Hammett making a move. Braden Hammett gets up, close to the first down, but that passing game needs to be really use to get them working, and they need a clean pocket for Lyman. You know, that's really what he's going to need to succeed in the passing game. Something quick, you know, not trying to make it with a big play, get back into the game, but you know, it's going to be about defense here.
Absolutely. If they can't put a stop to the offense, then really for Loyola, what are you going to do?
Lyman throws it left and going down to catch it, but not bringing it in.
Yeah, they're definitely going to go more pass heavy with this being the second half, and they need to put a lot of points on the board. So field goals are not going to cut it.
Ball at the 49.
Right. The defense needs to hold strong here. Can push this drive to third down.
2nd and 10. Lyman looking left. He's in trouble. He's hit, and he is not down yet. Now finally brought down behind the 45-yard line. Might have just went down earlier. Would have been better as he comes up limping, and that could be trouble for the Lakers.
Backup is Dougie Weinman. Yeah, he is going to come out.
Trying to get his hand warmers on the sideline. Looks like he's good, though. It's third down and about 16 yards for Lyman in the offense, which is really resorted to the passing now.
As they have to right now with this 27-0 score.
Fakes it left. Now takes, right. Now takes a shot right and almost picked off. Dangerous throw there. Maurice Barksdale trying to pick it off. And it is 4th down, and the punting team comes on again with Nicky Brown.
Yeah, there's a heavy limp for the boys Latin quarterback right there. He'll probably get checked on the sidelines for now. Defense is going to have to hold strong for boys Latin. That was a risky throw, as you said, and a double, maybe even triple coverage right there. Oh.
High snap to Brown. He does get one away. And this one, an all right bounce, goes to the 28-yard line. And that's where the Dons will start it out. And looking to just continue to pile it on here. We'll see what kind of team they bring out now with the lead they have. Looks like Kendrick Worthington is the back. Freshman called up from JV as their season is over.
It's good to give him some looks. He had a big break in this first half. Picked up some solid amount of yards. I would probably put Jane Moore at quarterback for this because he is a rushing threat, and they will put Marcus Hines.
Yep, they'll just keep him in. For 1st and 10. He's under center. Hands it off. Worthington up the middle, breaking tackles and barreling forward for a 1st down up around the 40-yard line.
It was a good performance today by Worthington. 3 carries, I believe, from him, and 2 of them, including that one, have gone very, very well. So freshman is definitely making an impact on this game.
So it's at the 39-yard line. Hines under center again. Hands it off. Worthington is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Getting in there was Isaiah Patterson for the Lakers.
Not a lot he could have done there. Good effort, but brought down behind the line. Good pressure from the boys Latin defensive line. Hasn't really been a lot of it so far this game, only a couple of sacks. But they've been having their way with the run game.
So we'll say 2nd down and 10. Keeping a similar formation. Hines will give it to Worthington again and expecting the run now as he gets nothing again, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, another stop from the boys Latin Lakers. And that prevented the run game from getting started up again. I don't expect that they'll pass it here because really the main goal of this drive is to run the clock down.
Hines in the shotgun. Robinson to his side, drops back to throw, goes right side. Jaden Moore with the catch, and watch out. He can use his legs. Inside the 40, just going to run out of bounds, and that's a first down for the Dons on 3rd and 10.
Good throw from Hines right into Moore, and Moore keeping his balance there, got some extra yards and nice connection. Get this drive alive. They're almost in field goal range. Forward backs with this weather of really clearing up. It's a lot more enjoyable to watch the game not getting soaked from all the rain. Wind is still a factor though.
Twist and Elliott to the left for Hines. He takes it high, throws it back for Jaden Moore, and he gets nothing. Good tackle there, 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a kind of risky play throwing it backwards, but Jaden Moore was unable to pick up a couple of yards. He was hit behind the line, thrown down. And not the most successful play of their game. But overall, the offense this game has been moving in the run game, and so far the passing game's been doing pretty well. Not as well as the run game, but not bad. We'll see what they do on the 2nd down and long.
Huddle breaks with Ezra Carter, or 2 receivers to the left, Ezra Carter and Adam Geese. Snap, play action, back to throw. They take a shot for Ezra Carter, and it hit his hands. Probably should have brought that one in, and it will bring up a 3rd down.
It was a good throw from Hines. That was more on Carter there than anything else, but it was a little bit in front of him, but yeah, that should have been a catch right there. Would have been a huge play.
Yeah, that was perfect for Marcus Hines. He hit him in stride. Just Carter couldn't bring it in, and it's 3rd down.
Both Moore and Hines are really good threats on the quarterback position. So, a very promising future for Loyola. As Moore is a sophomore.
Twist and Elliott to the right. Bull and Moore to the left. In the shotgun is Hines. Drops back to throw, rolling right. Now goes short for Robinson. But that bounces in front of him, incomplete. And Loyola doesn't do anything on that set of downs, and it looks like they're going to have to punt one.
Yeah, that was a lot of pressure there from the Lakers. And threw off his balance a little bit, so he had to underthrow Hines there, or Robinson.
They're not punting it.
Really?
Yeah, Hines is talking to Coach Zayu right now. They're going to go for it on 4th and 10.
I mean, they certainly have enough of a lead where they can take this kind of risk.
Not playing it safe at all. Trying to make it worse.
You think we could expect a trick play here? They had one last game where they threw it backwards.
They were talking it over with Coach Zayu, so maybe something special here. Just conventional. Hines drops back, throws it for Moore. Good catch made. Whoa. Turns around. Watch out. He's gone. Another one for Jaden Moore, and on 4th and 10, the Dons score, and it's 33-zip.
I mean, that is a special kind of talent right there. The ability to jump, grab that right there from Moore. Beautiful pass from Hines, put it somewhere where only really Jaden could grab it, and then land and instantly make a move to get away, and at that point, it was over. Great decision to go for it on 4th and 10. Risky, but the risk reward certainly paid off. 6 points on the board.
They isolated Moore out on that right side, and once he catches that ball, I mean, the fact that 1, he caught it, and 2, then ran it in, I mean, just something special going on there as the Dons continue to pile it on here and staring down a championship appearance. They're going for 2, trying to make it worse here. Not letting back at all. Hines throws up a fade for Szymanski, and he got it.
Oof. No.
35-0 the score. As that clock continues to run, they're going to keep the running clock on. The Dons up 5 touchdowns. We'll take a break on the Loyola Sports Network. The junior, Zach Rainier, getting one away. Hammett on the return, bounces out to the right, stays on his feet, pushed out of bounds by Micah Robinson at the 32-yard line with 5:51 left in the third quarter. Again, a running clock going as the Dons lead at 35-0.
Nice return there. Got him up into decent field positioning, but they've done it before on the return there for Boys Latin, and they've not been able to capitalize on offense at all. So there's got to be a game plan change, something to throw the defense off. Because right now, if they continue on as they have, Loyola's really not been biting at anything.
So the ball is at the 37-yard line.
I saw a lot of passing plays, so let's see if they can keep that consistent.
Lyman's got 4 wide. He's just going to go short, and this one couldn't be brought in. Not a great throw, but Owens got his hands on it, but couldn't bring it in. It's second down.
A little bit to his right there, but not a terrible throw. Probably should have been brought in. Maybe heard the footsteps of the Loyola defender.
Lyman is going to go with the screen. It's Owens again, and runs out of bounds with a gain of about 5.
Yeah, it was a quick screen right there. Picked up a solid gain, but right now they need something a little bit more than 5-yard gains. Down 5 touchdowns after that 2-point conversion. They still have a whole quarter to play once this third quarter comes to an end, but that's not a lot of time when you're down this much.
Lyman on 3rd and 10, looking to run, has the ball in one hand, switches hands, and tackled down just short. Making the tackle was Andrew Duvall. It'll be 4th down and 1, and maybe, I'm not quite sure, maybe why they did go for 2, though, is that could keep a running clock. Maybe if it's, 5 touchdown, 5 extra point lead. Not quite sure what the rule is there, but, or maybe just showing no mercy.
There is most likely a reasonable explanation, but we will probably hear about it after the game.
So they're going for it on 4th and 1. Lyman in the shotgun have abandoned the run game until now. Taylor's going to get the carry, and he's going to get the first down.
Yeah, that was a difficult play to defend there for the Dons after a run up the middle. Got more than enough for that first down. Good run by Taylor.
As they move quickly here.
They kind of have to.
Lyman fakes the give. He's going to keep it, and grabbing his jersey was Szymanski, and then he gets the tackle, gets right back up, takes him down for a loss of about 3, and it's second down.
Nice second effort there, and Lyman seems to be slow to get up there. He was limping earlier after a big hit from Szymanski on that second effort. He's not getting taken out, though.
And
he's just going to take the play. He's been having a lot of pressure put on him on almost all of his third downs. He's had to do a scramble, which has not been successful at all.
He's been taking a beating back there.
Gotta tighten up on the Boys Latin side of the ball if they want to give their quarterback a chance to actually
Throws it
throw
right. It's high and incomplete. Intended for Owens. It's third down. He's gotten some action here on this set.
Passing game has not been very strong for the boys Latin Lakers today. The ball's placement hasn't been terrible. It's just been a little bit high, a little bit to the right on some of these passes. Not perfect.
So 3rd and 13. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. In the shotgun, Lyman throws it short across the middle for Hammett, and it's low and incomplete.
A lot of throws like that today from Lyman where it's just a little bit off. That one was a little bit too low. But that might also be because he's taking himself out of this game, he looks like. Dougie Weinman will come in as the quarterback. Yeah, that's probably a smart move to take him out, as it is looking like it's affecting his throwing pattern.
They're going to bring on the punt team here on 4th and long. Elliott and Luke Cheesebro to receive it for the Dons. Brown almost blocked. This one wobbles in the air and taken by Cheesebro at the 25-yard line.
A lot of good pressure from the punt block unit for the Dons all throughout the game. Might be an explanation for why some of his punts have not been as good as he had probably hoped.
So that clock runs down to the end of the 3rd quarter here. We'll take a break on the Loyola Sports Network, 35-0. So we're back for a 4th quarter of play. 35, zip the score. New quarterback in for the Dons and Jack Kepner. Getting in a new squad here, it looks like maybe, as this is not a great snap. Kepner now trying to make a play out of it and intended for Jorgensen, incomplete.
There's a lot of pressure there from Kepner. Good decision to throw it away there as opposed to taking the sack. See if they'll keep him in. They will. They have started sending in the backups today as this 4th quarter has just begun.
Getting people some new looks here as they stare down a championship appearance. Brooklyn Jones, the carry, and runs to the right and out of bounds for a gain of 4. They are the 1 seed in the MIAA conference, 1 versus 4. St. Mary's and Concordia, 2 versus 3.
Although Loyola did lose to St. Mary's earlier in the season, that was when they were just kind of getting started. So we will see if the new and improved Loyola team will be able to have a different outcome if they do play St. Mary's. And however, Loyola's probably hoping for the exact same outcome if they're able to play Concordia, because that was a dominant performance from their offense and defense.
41-9 was the score there on senior day against Concordia, who was the 1 seed at the time, but that win put them in front, that dominating win really. Kepner goes play action, rolls to his right, throws it for Jorgensen, and it's ruled incomplete, and it will be 4th down.
Yeah, he was under a lot of pressure there, had to roll out, and the pass is a little bit wobbly there, difficult to bring in.
I believe this is the first punt of the game with Austin Dulay on to send one away, the junior.
Let's see Dougie Weinman on the sidelines for Boys Latin warming up.
Lyman seems to be dealing with some kind of injury here.
Hopefully he is okay.
And we're going to get a flag here. Looks like it's going to be picked up, so ready to go here. 9:20 left in the 4th quarter. Running clock. Dulay just gets one away, and this one bounces back. And I don't even think that got past the 1st down. Not a great kick there from Dulay.
No, not at all. He was under a lot of pressure, though, from the Lakers.
Boys Latin offense takes the field. They'll be at the 34-yard line.
Hoping to prevent their offense from getting shut out, even without their starting quarterback in right now. Oh. See, so far they're keeping all their starters in, except for their quarterback on the Boys Latin side of the ball. So they are still definitely trying to put some points on the board. Weinman is lining up on the left, so he is not quarterbacking right now.
Yep, some wildcat maybe here, and it's going to work. The big man getting about 7.
Good pickup there, some trickery. The clock is rolling with 8 minutes and 5 seconds left in this 4th quarter and the game. And if you're a Loyola fan, you're feeling pretty good right now. Another Wildcat.
I believe that's Hayden Giles, and that'll move the chains.
They are definitely in field goal range here, but they needed a little bit more than 3 points.
Looking to get something here. Now Weinman, the sophomore, taking his first snap of the game. Drops back the throw, goes right side. This ball is caught, and it's to the 15-yard line.
Good throw there from Dougie Weinman.
Seven-yard completion to Giles.
See what they shoot for the end zone here.
Hand off to Taylor. He gets some room. He's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal inside the 10. Looking to get their first points of the game here.
A lot of changes, hold on, right here for the Loyola defense. Seems like they're bringing in some of the starters.
Yep, they don't want to be able to score. Looks like a whole swap out.
Although this might lead to some miscommunications.
6:12 left in the 4th quarter. Running right, and ooh, big time tackle.
That
Dubois
looks like it hurts.
got in there. And also Antosaka, I believe. And it is 2nd down.
As a starter right now, you're probably playing at about 50%. You don't really want to get injured with this game practically already in the books. Good thing everyone got up okay from that hit. Loyola seems to be trying to send a message with this score right now.
Weinman looks left, throws left to the end zone, incomplete.
A little bit of contact on the left side there from both sides of the ball. Ball's incomplete. And now it is going to be 3rd down and goal.
.453 left in the 4th. 3rd down for Weinman. Rolls right immediately. Throws to the end zone.
Incomplete.
And incomplete. Not quite to the end zone, to the goal line. Intended was Hammett. And it is 4th down. And they're going to bring on the field goal unit to try and get on the board.
Oh, it's good that they're showing the team that they still want to put some points on the board on the boys' Latin side. That was a good attempt to bring that ball in, but I think when he hit the ground, it bounced out. That was a solid drive from Dougie Weinman as the backup quarterback being thrust in the starting position there.
Brown trying to get 3 on the board, and it was partially blocked.
Oh, that case, he's hurt.
And just nothing going right for boys Latin.
No kind of call right there, but that looked like it hurt. Loyola was definitely trying to prevent the offense to break the shutout there, and they were successful.
And now with a running clock, that should secure it. A dominating win here from the Dons.
Absolutely. This has been a nice, secure win. Not really in doubt ever since that first touchdown from Micah Robinson. They felt pretty confident.
Brooklyn Jones gets a couple as they get some final plays in.
Looks like they're all just trying to get this game to the end. But you got to watch the emotions here with this last game with a big score if you're a Laker or if you're a Don here.
Kepner hands to Worthington, who is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Kernan Brooks with the tackle, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to run the clock down.
Kepner hands to Worthington, who gets up close to the marker. He's short, and it's 4th down.
Good run there by Worthington. Tended to pick up that 1st down. Wasn't able to, but still a solid effort. And this game is winding to a close. For BL, this is a pretty crushing defeat here. And that is an end to their season, but hopefully they will be able to bounce back next season. Maybe these two teams will face off with some new faces next year.
Yep, the seniors' final game for the Lakers. One of them, Caden Lyman, their quarterback. It looks like he's not going to be seeing any more snaps, as the Lakers will start at the 42-yard line with Dulay's punt.
So do you think the boys' line will go for any big plays here, or are they just going to try and run down the clock?
I think it's about game over.
Yeah, I would agree.
Give their players some final plays for the season. .40 seconds left. Weinman looks left, throws left, pass complete. And they get to the 46-yard line, and they are going to call a timeout. So trying to get something here. at the end of their season.
It seems like this is more about pride than anything else. Just trying to put some points on the board and prevent a shutout.
Yep, we'll be back on the Loyola Sports Network.
Let's go! 23 seconds on the clock right now.
Yep, 1st and 10 at the 46 of the Dons. Weinman has some space, rolling right, throws it across the middle, and incomplete, intended for Tyler Owens.
On the curl route there. Incompletion should stop the clock.
And another timeout called because it is a running clock, so incompletion doesn't stop it. 7 seconds left now. And looks like one final play for Boys Latin. Maybe some kind of Hail Mary.
They're going for it all here. Might be nice next season to see the potential of Dougie Weinman. He's a sophomore at Boys Latin. With their current starting quarterback being a senior. Might be important to build upon the skills that Weinman has built throughout this year and see what he can do in these final desperation seconds for the Lakers.
So 5 wide here for Weinman. Looks like the final play. Pressure coming. Weinman lost the football. Picked up by the Lakers.
Big man went rolling, and that will end the game.
Lucas Hazard picked it up there. Got to the 40, and that is the conclusion of the game. A dominating performance, 35-zip. The Dons win it here in the MIAA B Conference semifinal game, and they will play either Concordia Prep or St. Mary's in the championship. For Brooks Markle
and Asher Davis,
thank you for watching.